Well, that took a while. Let's see if I can get Facebook to. Anyway, we are now being joined on Facebook and on YouTube, setting up the camera and light to make sure you can see me. There we go. Okay, so you'll notice that I'm not wearing shoes today. I have that as a habit. You don't have to take your shoes off unless you like to work out barefoot, but there won't be any major jumping or anything like that to really worry about your feet. So if you don't have shoes on, don't worry about it. I'm wearing a jacket right now because it's in the 50s this morning in Austin, which is awesome. Okay, so we just got to move a little bit and get blood flowing through the legs before we start moving them and really working them. So this is the kind of workout that you can do anywhere, anytime, because I'm not even going to grab a pair of weights. I'm just going to use myself, and they may hold us up, right? For another thing, they are the biggest muscle group in the body. So if you have strong leg muscles, you also tend to have a higher metabolism. You also tend to have stronger bones. They support the biggest bones in the body as well. Let's step side to side. All right, so we need a little bit of lateral movement, a little front to back movement, a little bit of joint movement here. We never want to shock our joints and just jump right in. We want to soften them into what's about to happen. So keep that in mind. Be moving with me. Okay, now we want to bring our heels behind us. So just trying to open up the front body and squeeze the back body. I also want to mention to you that I love doing these live free workouts for you. It is not the same thing as being on a fitness program. This is like a one-off exercise class that you would like run to the YMCA to take. But being on an exercise program where you can set up goals and structure and really work towards something, it's a great time to do that. I have a trainer by text group starting on Monday, March 30th, 2020. Go into roll your hips out. And the premise of that group is core healing, full body fitness, and full life nutrition, all in one package. It's going to take us 10 weeks to get through a huge amount of content, but then you're doing one piece at a time, directed by my daily text to you. So if you need to work on your core strength and stability, if you need full body fitness, you want to tweak that nutrition a little bit, even if you're home right now and not a lot of access to lots of foods, now is a great time to do that. Your brain works. There are so many studies about gut and brain and how they really are so connected that they depend completely on each other. So keeping our mind and our brain and our mood healthy depends a lot on what we put in our bodies. It really impacts our sleep as well. Okay, now we're going to sort of get ourselves into the groove of the actual work now. We're just going to start with basic squats. So right now we're doing your basic hip width squat with booty going back. So let me show you from the side that I'm just doing a natural squat, but I can wiggle my toes and my hips are going back. I can see my toenails the whole time, which reminds me to keep my pedicure fresh here at home. Okay, and also my back is staying nice and flat. So I've got a straight line from head to tailbone, not allowing myself to slump over, and I'm pulling my belly button away from my thighs. Super important to remember to keep that core engaged. Every day we talk about ABC, alignment, breathing, core engagement. Important every day, all the time, doing legs or whatever. Now we're going to do a smaller range of motion. So down here, it's a small range of keeps you going. For 4, 3, 2, and come all the way up. Now we're just going to move that squat. So you can step to the side and then to the other side. My toes are still facing forward. That hasn't changed. I'm just moving laterally. Tailbone. Same idea with pushing the hips back. Nice solid grounding with the feet. And last one, and take it all the way up. Okay, now rear lunges. Make sure there's space behind you. And take one foot way back, both knees bend, come up, stand up. Other side, toe back, knees bend, come up, stand up. Back, down, up, lift. Now, when you're doing rear lunges, tendency is going to be to push your body forward in opposition to your leg. Your ABC right now is here, so you want to maintain that. Head, shoulder, rib, hip. Not forward, just straight up and down. Both knees are bending. Let's do one more like this. And I'm going to have you hold one leg back. Get a nice wide stance, down and up. Just bending the both knees. Keeping everything nice and long in one line. Dropping the body straight down and up. In 3, 2, and 1. Step forward, other foot comes back. Everything is facing forward, not angled to the side, down and up. Four, 3, 2, 1. Step all the way forward. Okay, straight down, up. Straight down, up. While you're going straight down and up, your knees are pressing back. You're trying to open the inside of the thighs. And you're trying to tuck your tailbone under you so that you maintain your alignment. Pull that belly up and in. It's like, why is my heart rate going up? Why is my heat rising? It's that big muscle group. We're using a lot of oxygen to support huge muscles, long muscles, support the largest, the bone system in the body. Lots of work here. You're increasing your metabolism. You are using more energy to exercise. We're not even running. So you're doing lots of work here. For 3, 2, hold it down. Little ones. Press the hips under you. Then hold it down. Knees in and out, just slightly. Press back, 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 back. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Lift one heel, then the other. One heel, and the other. One heel, then the other. Hang in there with me. If you're burning, then you're doing it right. If you're not, get lower. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up. Walk those feet in. Put them right next to each other. We're going to do skinny squats now. Same idea as before, only now you're pressing your inner thighs together. Sit and stand. Press the inner thighs together as much as you can during the whole squat, down and up. So now we're involving a little bit of the inner thigh. Same rules apply with pulling the belly up and in. Send the hips back on this exercise. Make sure you can see your toenails all the way down and all the way up. For 4, 3, 2, hold it down. Little tinies. Here's 4, 3, 2, come all the way up. Great, we're gonna be moving laterally with a little curtsy step. Plant one leg, other toe comes behind it and to the back 45-degree corner. Send your hips toward that heel. Then come across and back and sit. Across, back, and sit. Cross, back, and sit. So that knee stays over the toe on that front leg, not past it. Seeing the toenails on both sides. Hip goes back towards the corner. Skater curtsy. Four, three, two, stay over here. Little ones. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, other side. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Woo! Okay, back to the center, comfortable position, up and down on the ball of the feet. Calf muscles all the way around your ankles. Stability here in the feet, ankles, shins, calves. That supports you all day. Right, and any time that these muscles start to feel weak, it can get really painful. So we got to make sure that we exercise them, use the range of motion for them. If you're struggling with balance, just put a hand on something, the wall, piece of furniture, whatever. For 4, 3, 2, hold it up. Little ones, lift, 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 lift. Woo! Falling a little bit backward to reset myself. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold, and come down. Okay. That was the really breathy stuff. Now we're going to get down to the ground and work a little bit from there. So I'm going to have you lay on your back safely, please. I'm going to grab a swig of water on my way. Okay, lay on your back. Shoulder, shoulder, head down. Tuck your tailbone under you slightly. Get your spine against the floor, back of the ribs against the floor. Grab one leg, grab the other, cross your ankles. Push the top ankle onto the bottom ankle, bend, extend, bend, extend. We're doing quadricep extensions here without the machine. I want you to pull your belly away from your thighs. If you're not sure, put your hand there. If you're struggling to maintain this core stability, pull your legs closer to your chest like this to relieve that pressure. But it is also a core exercise because we're holding our legs up. 2, 1, switch ankles, down and up. Strong quadricep. You can adjust the level of resistance from leg to leg and what's happening here. So use that resistance to your benefit. Don't waste time. I hate wasting time. Use those legs. For 3, 2, and 1. Then set both legs down. Okay, we're going to go into hip bridges. This is one of my favorite all-time exercises and the one that I fix 99% of the time. So start by tilting your hips under only and pulling your belly button up and in, and then set that down. That is what the exercise really is to its core. It is this hip tuck, pull the belly button up and in, flatness from hip bone to hip bone, lengthening the tailbone. We want length on both sides of the body, okay? So if you remember to do that, and when you peel your spine up off of the floor, hips are always going to be above your belly and above your ribs. Straight line from shoulders to knees. Take a breath here, and then start to paste the spine down from the top. Each vertebra gets its own space on mat. Really tuck that tailbone, get the lower back on the ground, and take your time coming all the way to the end of the tailbone. Okay, breathe. Start again. Exhale, tuck under. Peeling the spine off the mat. The hips will stay tucked under. They stay tucked under. They stay tucked under. You get this nice long line here. Breathe. And put it back down. Yeah, so what do you think I usually see when we start on bridges? I see people just sort of like flopping their hips up and down, which does something, but not nearly what this slow, intentional bridge does. And then I also see yoga bridge. Don't get the two confused. Yoga bridge is a heart opener. This is not a yoga bridge. This is Pilates. So we want core stability and we want a long line. Breathe and set it down. We don't want the ribs to flare out and open for this one. Okay, different exercise. Now, I want you to try it with just one leg. So one leg on the ground, the other leg is going to cross it, tuck under, and lift, 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 lift. Try to stabilize your core and your body all the way up. Breathe. Exhale, set it down. You might wobble from side to side. Do your best. If you're wobbling, you're being challenged, then that's good. Do another one on the same side. Try to keep those hips even with each other, not turning out to the side. And then we'll switch to the other side. Breathe. Exhale, tuck under. Remember to keep the hips ahead of everybody else. Breathe at the top. Exhale, set it down. So to remind myself, I like touch the front of the hip bones and make sure that they're still facing the ceiling. Tuck at the bottom. Let's do another one on this side. And really, really tuck under at the bottom. Tuck, 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 tuck. And it comes all the way down. Good. Okay, turn now onto your knees. If you struggle being on your knees, fold your mat or put a towel underneath your knees. If you're really struggling still being on your knees, then I want you to do something that we've already done. You can lay on your back and do the cross ankle thing, or you can stand up and do lunges or squats, okay? Tuck your tailbone under, get nice and long from your head, shoulder, ribs, hips. Keep this line. Hands go in front of you. Breathe. Exhale up. So core stability, not allowing the belly to pop out, but keeping it in line with everybody else. And nice strong quadriceps here. Breathe on your way back. Exhale and come up. Breathe. Muscles nice and long, pulled up and in. From wherever you are, do one more. Now I want you to practice getting up off the ground without your hands. One foot up, other foot comes up. Come back down the same way. Down, down. Other foot, come up, and come down, come down. Let's do one more on each side. Come up, come down, come down, come up, and come down, come down. And you can do lots of those if you need more practice on mobility of the legs. Let's stretch them. Yay, stretching. Bring one leg to the front. Swing the other leg behind you. Straighten out that back leg. Turn yourself over onto both legs. Get a nice long back leg. Ease both hips closer to the ground. We're doing our nice little pigeon stretch here to relieve the hips. Now, if you need a little extra something on the long leg, bend that back knee. Get more length in that quadricep. My super stretch. And release that down. Roll around. Let's do the other side. Bent knee in the front. Swing your long leg behind you. Ease yourself up over both legs. Breathe into both hips. Both hips easing down toward the ground. And bend that back knee if you need it.